I made this a few years ago and recently moved it to the workshop, but somehow I managed to lose one of the drawers, and I remembered that I never actually cut the last side for it. So I spent a couple of hours looking for the original drawings that I made, and there they were deep inside an old computer. So I made a new side and a new drawer. But the side wouldn't go on without some serious persuasion, because the MDF has swollen so much in the damp, because it's raining all the time. But apart from that, it's in pretty good condition, considering it's at least 15 years old and hasn't had any sealant on it or anything. And obviously it's really useful. 5 different sizes of drawers, 20 in all, exactly what I need for putting things in. In no time I'd filled up all the drawers with important things. So, of course, I decided I better make another one. Because after all, I had designed it to be made with sheets of MDF, and they're easy to get hold of, aren't they? I used 2 different thicknesses, 12mm and 9mm, which everybody would be familiar with, except maybe in the United States they're called 1/2 inch and 3/8. Anyway, this is what you need for the casing. 11 pieces. They all fit onto one sheet of MDF. That's why I drew it this size. Now, of course, I have a CNC router, so it's easy for me to cut them out, and I'm very lucky. But if you were keen enough, you could still use the drawings to cut the pieces with simpler tools. Just understand that a chest of drawers is much more complicated than you'd expect, and it uses far more pieces than you'd believe. Guess how many pieces in total need to be cut out for this one? Go on, guess. The answer is 111. 111 pieces to make one chest of drawers. Who'd have thought it? I used a 3mm milling bit, router bit. When it's that small, it can go further into all the corners, but it also means it's slow to cut. You can't go too fast or too deep, or it will just snap. The bit will snap. I could have used a bigger one if I chose a 6mm milling bit, and I could cut faster and deeper, so probably it would take a quarter of the time. But then I'd need to clean out more of the corners to get the joints to fit, wouldn't I? Yes, Tim. In fact, actually, it would have been quicker to cut these parts out with the jigsaw, but it wouldn't be as tidy. Now this is when you hope the drawing is correct. Even with a 3mm bit, I still need to clean out the corners with a file, just a bit, but MDF is very soft, so it's not a problem. Alright then, after that it's the drawers, 5 pieces for each one. Again, the tricky pieces all fit onto one sheet of MDF, but this time it's thinner, 9mm. I would have designed them actually for 6mm, but that's harder to get hold of here. Now I remember it took ages to draw these parts up because the joints are not the same on all the different sizes. They are actually individually scaled to suit the height. Now I'm cutting them out and actually gluing them together. I'm glad I did take all that trouble. Yes, I could have made it all with half lap joints and not tenons and slots, but I didn't, okay? I can't remember why, but I didn't anyway. Now, perhaps a chest of drawers isn't the most exciting thing I ever made, but it is one of the most useful. And if you'd like a set of drawings for them, just drop me an email, address in the description, and I'll send you the plans for free. Okay? The floors are deliberately a little oversized so they can be trimmed neatly with a trimming bit, which is just a straight router cutter with the same size follower bearing. And the front's got a bit of sanding, but I didn't bother anywhere else. Anyway, eventually I put together 4 shallow drawers, 4 slightly deeper drawers, 4 medium drawers, 4 deep drawers, and 4 extra deep drawers. And they all fit together quite nicely, sliding in and out like they were meant for each other. And now I have 40 small drawers, which is just as well because I'm collecting all sorts of wonderful things for my mechanical contraptions project. Tiny parts that will be instantly lost in the general messiness of my workshop. And just look what you can get these days, often for just pennies. Bearings and hinges and light bulbs and motors and clips and fasteners and switches and all sorts. And electromagnets and do-what's-its. Who knows how long this will last, but right now I feel like a child in a sweet shop. Quite a tidy sweet shop actually, isn't it? Or at least this corner is. Now I just have to make something with them all.